Moving on now. The US is building a new drone base in the West African country of Niger. And now, formerly secret documents obtained by online publication The Intercept have revealed its completion will cost as much as $100 million. The documents show that the base will play a crucial role in US counter-terror operations in the region. Niger is the only state that has allowed Washington to construct an air base for using the new and more lethal type of drone called the MQ-9 Reaper. Well, the air base is expected to finish as soon as 2017. You can see the facility under construction here in these satellite images. Several buildings and what's believed to be a runway are being constructed. The Pentagon hasn't yet specified how many personnel are set to work there. Journalist Tumelo Mututuane has more on the story.
Niger is the only country within the African region willing to allow a U.S. military base for their MQ-9 Reapers, which are known to be newer, a lot more larger and lethal, as opposed to the more vulnerable Predator modules. Now, Niger has positioned itself as the key hub for U.S. military operations. Well, U.S. drones have been points of very harsh criticisms from numerous casualties as a result of strikes. People in Africa now have a very good reason to be afraid to being killed from the sky. People living in countries such as Afghanistan, Pakistan, Yemen, as well as Somalia know this very well. Well, according to U.S. media, the United States already hosts around 60 various outposts in 34 states in Africa. And since the September 11th terrorist attacks in the United States, well, the U.S. has now boosted its budget for anti-terrorism programs in Africa. And with the help of this particular base in Niger, we understand that the U.S. drone will, of course, now spread over larger parts of Africa, such as those that in Maghreb as well as in Sahel. And this seems to be a very long project, held very secretively. The question is, why?
Well, as Tumelo was explaining, that new type of unmanned drone to be operated from the base, the MQ-9 Reaper has a range of almost 2,000 kilometers, can travel at speeds of up to 370 kilometers per hour, and can reach an altitude of 17 kilometers. That's higher than most other drones. And of course, it carries a variety of devastating weapons. In recent years, the US has continuously expanded its drone campaign, drawing heavy criticism from human rights organizations for the number of civilian deaths it has caused.
What we have seen in post 9/11 scenario, that in case of Pakistan, CIA had been given a license to kill.
You made me kill children. For country? For profit? How can you smile?
They are bombing villages. There are villages there. There are houses. There are mud houses. They're bombing them. Sometimes they claim that they've killed a terrorist, and then you see he's alive. So who have they killed?
What the United States military is doing, and the drone program in particular, is making the United States less safe, not more safe. You know, it's counterproductive on its own terms in that regard. We're creating more enemies than we can kill. You know, the United States bombed a bunch of people in Afghanistan this week who turned out to be civilians. There won't be any consequences. Bombed a bunch of people in Somalia, in Africa this week, who turned out to be troops. So everybody thinks, oh, well, that's okay, until they notice it was the troops who are on the U.S. side. Who are supposed to be, you know, saints, the very worst people to blow up. But again, there will be no consequences.